Welcome to your doom.
Hey guys, it's your buddy Tyler coming at you with a new video, and in this video I wanted to talk a little bit about Altered Beast. Sega's Altered Beast from 1989 was an amazing arcade to console port that was packed in when the Sega Genesis first launched. And I got this game with my Sega Genesis, which is right over there. You can see it right there. That's my original Sega Genesis console, something I kept from my collection. I got Altered Beast with the console packed in when Dad and I bought it at Toys R Us in the summer of 1991. And I want to talk a little bit about the game and show you guys a video that I made about this game years ago when I first started on YouTube. Altered Beast was my very first Sega Genesis game. It came bundled in with my Sega Genesis. You're looking at shots right now of my original Sega Genesis unit. That is something I kept from my collection, something that I could not part with when I sold my collection a few years ago. And I absolutely love this game. Now, a lot of people don't really care for Altered Beast. They think it's a subpar beat 'em up of sorts. I never have ever in my life thought that. When we got this game in the summer of 1991, it literally blew our minds. Our jaws hit the floor, Dad and I. I remember us booting up the system after we came home from Toys R Us with this brand new shiny Sega Genesis. And as soon as you saw that eyeball on the screen, as soon as you saw it appear in that opening cinematic, you knew you were stepping into the 16-bit world, the 16-bit generation. This was next-gen stuff, and it was just a really great time to be a gamer, especially a young gamer. I was only 5 years old. I was very impressionable, and this game made a huge impact on me, left a huge impression on me. And it not only left a huge impression on me, it left an impression on my buddy Riff over at Pixel Game Squad. And years ago, we actually collaborated on a video together. It was one of the first times we ever worked together on YouTube. And, you know, Riff said, I have great stories with Altered Beast. I have great stuff I can talk about, as did I.
I remember years ago when Tyler and I first became friends over YouTube. I found his channel and I loved his channel, and I really loved his love for Sega. That's a lot of love. But I remember when we started talking, we would talk about Sega and games we liked, and something we both seem to talk about a lot, we both seem to carry a lot of strong passion for, and that was the game Altered Beast. With this, Tyler reached out to me and was like, hey, why don't we do a video talking about Altered Beast? And I loved that I was given an opportunity to kind of spew my love for this game, and also a little bit of reasons I wasn't really necessarily supposed to play the game when I was a kid. But ever since then, Tyler and I have become really good friends. Our love for Sega grows, and our love for Altered Beast.
And to think it all started with this Altered Beast collaboration we did. Those of you who have never seen it, bear with me here. This was some early YouTube stuff I was doing, and it was some early documentary type stuff I was doing. This was back in 2013. Here's an Altered Beast retrospective. Check it out.
Rise from your grave.
Released in 1988, Altered Beast came on the scene with a tiger's roar. Following Shinobi, released a year earlier, this Greek mythological platforming beat-em-up was yet another Sega coin-op classic, designed by Makoto Uchida of Golden Axe fame. It stormed the arcade world.
I remember loving it and being really drawn into the game out of how dark it felt at the time. I was so used to playing games that weren't so serious, so dark, so evil, as my parents called.
If I was a teenager in 1988 and I walked into an arcade and saw Altered Beast playing in demo mode, I would have been blown away. I would have said, this is the game I want to play.
My parents took it away so fast. They said it was evil, they said it was wrong, it was wicked, it was from the devil.
It's like a Roman Greek mythological Wizard of Oz. People loved turning into wolves and dragons and bears.
I loved the game. It was a game that I kept wanting to go back to, and I did all the time.
It was a hit. It did really well in the arcades. In Altered Beast, you are a manly zombie warrior resurrected by God, Zeus, out to save his kidnapped daughter.
yes, it seems even the Greek goddess Athena isn't beyond a good 1980s video game kidnapping.
The Master System version of Altered Beast is not a great home console port.
The Sega Master System is probably my least favorite of all of them. Even though I love the Sega Master System, it wasn't my favorite.
So many owners of the Sega Master System probably bought this game in 1989 expecting to bring home the arcade version of the game, but instead they got this sluggish, choppy, one-player version of the game. It's even missing an entire stage. The cave level where you turn into the bear is completely gone this time around. If you owned a Master System in 1989 and that was all you had, this was a version of the game that you could tolerate, and it was the best you could do.
Did you know? Sega's Master System star Alex Kidd is featured on a tombstone in the arcade version of Altered Beast, foreshadowing the death of a mascot? Probably.
What's the hottest 16-bit video game?
Welcome to your doom.
Arriving loud and proud as the original pack-in game for Sega's new Genesis console, Altered Beast was the perfect arcade hit to bring home. Its dark and edgy tone offered gamers a different type of gaming experience, cementing Sega's position as a game changer in the industry.
I'm telling you, if you brought home a Sega Genesis in 1989 and you were upgrading from the Sega Master System, Altered Beast blew your mind.
I think this game was really important and really, it stood out for a reason.
When the Genesis was released in North America, Sega thought to themselves, wow, we have this incredible powerhouse 16-bit machine. Let's show the world that we mean business. Let's put in one of our hit arcade games as a pack-in title. And boy, that was a really good move. The colors were rich. The sound was loud.
I think Sega kind of got marked, at least the Genesis did, as more of an adult system right when that came out, because for Altered Beast to be packed in with it, you know, we got Mario with the Super Nintendo, which is great, but it's like, whoa, Altered Beast, I think it was before Sonic was packed in. It was like, holy cow.
Not gonna lie, when I was a kid, those cutscenes actually scared me very much. It's scary. Now see, I was 3 years old in 1989, and I was just starting to get into video games, and I wanted one for Christmas. I wanted a Nintendo or a Sega Master System. So my dad, who was a gamer himself, he actually researched everything on the market, and he actually came home with a Sega Master System. But he called Sega up, and Sega told him, I'm sorry, sir, we're going to be discontinuing the Master System. We suggest you go with the Sega Genesis. That's our new console. And so my dad went back to Toys R Us, and he looked at the screen where they were demoing Altered Beast. And when that eyeball flashed on the screen and just the dark, foreboding tone, everything seemed very adult to him.
It's funny looking back on it now. My parents will look at it now and be like, this game is nothing nowadays. You guys are like killing zombies and Nazis and people.
And so he actually made the right decision to not get me a Sega Genesis. At the age of 3, I don't think I could handle it. You know, it really saddens me that Altered Beast has not stood the test of time with critics and fans. If you look at reviews of the game today, people seem to trash it. People seem to look at it as some inferior title, as if it never was a good game.
Who knows if Sonic was first or if a different game was first, a more childish game packed in first, I think it would have left a mark like, okay, this is a, you know, a fun, a great system, but not so edgy.
Altered Beast for me was the title that really sold me on the Genesis when I was so young. And I'm sure it did the same for a lot of people. Sure, it's short, it's cheesy, but that's why I love it.
It's one of my favorite, if not, it's probably top 3 my favorite Sega Genesis games of all time.
I love its spirit. I love the nature of it.
I could tell that the programmers had such a fun time making this game. It really shows, and that makes the game charming and enduring.
Good job, Altered Beast, and let's get a remake. Yeah! On the Wii U.
Man, I love that. I love throwbacks like that. That is an early YouTube video that I worked on so many years ago now. Back in 2013, that video came out. And I really hope you enjoyed it. Riff and I had a really fun time doing it. And hey, maybe sometime soon we will talk about Altered Beast once again. I think this is definitely a game that he and I can, no pun intended, riff on for years to come. Thank you guys for watching my Retro Life. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And hey, another thing I wanted to bring up to everybody is the fact that we have moved my Retro Life Live, that's my live streaming show, we have moved it to Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. Central Time over on Twitch. We are now on Twitch. We used to be doing YouTube, but now we've moved all live streaming over to Twitch. I just find that that's a better platform for me and for a lot of other like-minded creators. I hope you join us over there. Every Friday night, 9:30, we go live playing retro games. I'm Tyler with my Retro Life. I'll catch you next time.